What's up everyone, I'm AsgardsChamp. Welcome to episode 2 of my playthrough of Total War 3 Kingdoms as Sun Jian. Now if you like the content, make sure you smash that like button. If you've got any tips or feedback for me, leave a comment down below, and if you want to see more of this kind of content, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, and you'll be updated whenever I release a new video. So without any further ado, let's get straight into it. So guys, where did we leave off? I think we had just taken this settlement here. We had a nice big battle at the end of the last episode, and the plan was to move our way kind of, what's this, southeast-ish, to take Changsha Commandery, which included this settlement up here, the trade port, zoom out a bit, the armour craftsman and the tea house. So we wanted to try to take that full commandery and make that our kind of home base. Even if that means we move troops out of here and this region, potentially sacrificing these two settlements, but we'll see. So let's just check on the troops. So they need a little bit of replenishment, but it's nothing too crazy. I think we probably should start moving them as soon as possible. I think it was on the same turn that we actually fought that battle, so we can't move them just yet. Oh, we can actually. So let's get them down this way. Killed in battle. Okay, that was the enemy character from the last episode. We gained an Earth Dragon. Oh, it's a title. I'm not sure what that is. We'll have to check shortly, and we've seen these ones, so that's fine. I'll end the turn there, and then we'll start moving our way down to the south. Right then, so in between turns here, we've been offered another diplomatic proposal. So this one is from Huangzu. He wants us to give him a little bit of money and a stone pig, which is +6 instinct and +6 satisfaction. It's quite handy, so I think I'd like to keep hold of that, and it secures a non-aggression pact with him. Now, he is a vassal of Liu Biao, who is someone who doesn't like us very much. So having a non-aggression pact with them doesn't really make a difference. If he wants to go to war with us, he's going to get dragged into it anyway, so I'm going to reject that.
As you prefer.
At least that's how I think it works. Alright then, so this is a challenge issue. Now I think these are a little bit different from missions in that they relate directly to your character, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I'm pretty sure that's how it works. So what I have to do is destroy the following factions. So it's Huangzu and Saimao. It's probably a good job we didn't take a non-aggression pact with this guy if we have to destroy him. And this gives us Path to Glory, which is +4,000 population growth faction-wide, +5 public order, and +20% income from peasantry faction-wide as well. So that's quite good. We probably should look to do these. Now, Huangzu is sort of to our north. We'll have to check out kind of how strong they are and so on. Again, he is a vassal. So if we went to war with him, we'd be going to war with his master, I guess. And Saimao, I think he might be the other vassal of Liu Biao, which we can check shortly anyway. So another event regarding the Imperial Seal. So you spy a large force ahead of you, flying the banner of Liu Biao. As you draw closer, a rider meets you. My master Liu Biao has heard that you hold the Imperial Seal. You must return it to the Emperor at once or face war for your thievery. One of your generals tells you of Yuan Shu, who would be willing to aid you should you keep the seal. I'm sure that's the guy who we didn't give it to last time, but anyway. So we've got a couple of options, so give the seal or keep the seal. If we give him it, Liu Biao likes us, but we lose the Imperial Seal. If we keep the seal, that follows the story of the Three Kingdoms period. It may be seen as an act of treachery. War is declared on Liu Biao, and diplomatic relations increase with Yuan Shu. So I think I like the idea of keeping to the story as much as possible here. Given that we were just given a mission to destroy Liu Biao's vassals, that's probably a good one to take. Now, I don't know how smart this is going to be in terms of a strategic decision. I don't know how strong his armies are and so on, and how easily they'll be able to attack me. Given that it's quite early on in the game and this is part of the story, I think we should be okay. So I'm going to keep the seal. So we kept the seal. You denied any knowledge of the seal, but they were unconvinced the time for words was over. Alright. So that actually declares war with us and with those two vassals as well. Cool. That's fine. So that puts us at war now with kind of most of the north, but Yuan Shu, who is over here somewhere, I will find him later on. He's up sort of towards the northwest. He just became more friendly towards us, so we might be able to negotiate some sort of alliance with him. We'll check on that shortly. So let's get these guys moving over. It might be worth actually moving them to the north straight away, just so we've got some troops defending, and we can always raise another army potentially. So I think in this one it's only really upkeep in terms of money that we have to worry about. We don't have a lot at the moment, but it might be enough to kind of take some smaller settlements and start building up our income again. Either way, we'll take the trade pot first of all and then make a decision on that one. We can upgrade the land registry office. Now, if we upgrade it, let's have a look. So it'll give us 20 more income from peasantry, more food and more growth. It's not bad actually. There's also Jiangling. We can upgrade either the pier here, which gives us more income from commerce, which might be good because we have a buff for that. There's also land registry here. I think we upgrade the pier. It will burn through most of our money though, but it's going to give us some more income and food as well. So yeah, let's do it. Take 4 turns. Hopefully it doesn't get taken straight away. We'll try and make sure that doesn't happen. We have another reform as well this turn. So I'm just going to have a quick look over this, see what might be the best course of action, and then I'll be back with you. Alright then, so a couple of options I've spotted here, which I think I need to decide between. So we've got trade associations, which it gives us a further 20% income from commerce. If we kind of lean really heavily into the commerce tech tree early on, and just build lots of commerce buildings as much as we can, that would really boost our income, so that's one option. Other option here is to take the regional commissioners. That's going to give us a -8% recruitment cost faction-wide, so given that we've just gone to war with someone who I think is probably stronger than us right now, having another army, or being able to field another army as quickly as possible might be good. So of the two, I think I'm still going to go with the trade associations though. So we'll go for that one. Another 5 turns, maybe we can look at taking this one again. I think that's it for this turn, so yeah. We'll end the turn there. Alright then, so Liu Chong has declared war on Yuan Shu. Now, he's the guy we want to potentially petition for an alliance or some sort of help in this war. So we will check on that actually this turn. So there's a festival going on which gives us +10 to public order for 5 turns. Perfect. Now, I did notice this army here. So this is a Han Empire army moving south. Now they're very weak, so I can't imagine they'll challenge me, but I also noticed this army of the Han Empire. I think this is oh no, that's Saimao. Okay, so there's a Han Empire army moving towards Jiangling. We kind of expected that to happen, and I'm not actually that fussed. Now it is a large town, does have a garrison. It's not massive though. They won't be able to do much in the way of defending, but they'll do what they can. So I think we'll just keep moving ourselves over to the trade port here. I assume this is where these guys are heading as well, but we shall see. Now we're actually making a bit more income now, so we've got 730 per turn. Potentially get us another army. I'll have to check on that. So other than that, this turn all I want to do is probably check to see if I can raise another army, and also check the diplomacy with Yuan Shu. Got some character developments here as well, people of merit available, that's absolutely fine. So let's take a look at diplomacy then. So where's Yuan Shu? Here he is. So he still doesn't like us that much. Where's the
Welcome. Come in.
So an attitude of +3 towards us. Now it is increasing, I believe, quite a lot actually. So it's trending towards +61 in the next turn. Okay. Maybe we'll leave it a couple of turns then, and then see if we can bring him in on this war. So, Saimao's here, Huangzu's here, Liu Biao is there. So they're kind of taking up this region. Yanshu is up here in the north, so any help we can get from him would be good. And then we can kind of attack from the south. But I guess we need to see if he'll even make an alliance with us. So we'll see. Now, another thing I've noticed as well is we have an available trade partner. You can only have a limited amount in this game. We can have one at the moment. So I'm going to have a quick look through, see if anyone will accept a trade deal with us. So I'll be back with you in a second. Okay, so I found Zhufu, who will be willing to have a trade agreement with us. He's kind of on our southern border here, so he's right next to us, that's good. We also managed to get 50 gold per turn for 10 turns, so he's essentially 500 gold he'll give us as well. So yeah, I think we'll accept that one.
As you wish.
And then next turn we'll have a look at Yanshu for an alliance. Hopefully we'll get into another battle this episode as well. There's nothing else to upgrade. Got a fairly healthy income now as well. That was the other thing, sorry, I wanted to see about raising another army. Now I need to decide where's the kind of smart place to do this. This army look like they're going to attack me. So any men I put there won't replenish in time, I don't think. So maybe it's smarter to put them here. I'll take a look at that and then I'll be back with you. I'm going to probably just recruit an army and then I'll go through who I recruited and why. So I'll be back with you in a sec. So having had a look through the different regions I've got where I can actually build armies, which not that many actually, so you have to do it in a large town, which I guess is the sort of capital of a commandery. Couldn't do it here in the Lumberyard, so that leaves me with either Jiangling, which I didn't want to do it there because of this army, or Changsha town. So I had a look at that and can't really afford any of the good generals here. I was thinking maybe Chengpu, but yeah, can't get those guys just yet. The only one I could get is Liu Su, but don't really get very good troops with him, and he's not particularly good either. So we'll wait a turn or two, and then we'll do that. So I think on that I will end the turn. Alright, so one good thing is that this army of the Han Empire kind of started moving off to the west there, which means I can potentially build an army here. And I might want to do that as well because I can start attacking north with them, and Sun Jian will meet up with them at some point as well once he's taken the trade port here. As for the rest of Changsha, yeah, we'll have to have a think about that. So it might be worth taking the trade port and then making a decision what to do with Sun Jian from there. It might be worth actually moving him south from there to take these lands. Or we just build an army here and take them first and then bring them to the north. Maybe I like that a bit better because I did want to really take Changsha, so we had the full commandery as early as possible. Gives us a bit of a better base, and it means that some of these southern factions here don't sort of move in and take it before I can get to it. So yeah, let's do that. So we'll raise an army here. Which general do we want? I think we want Chengpu. So we'll confirm that. Don't know if we'll be able to get many more troops for him. Let's have a look. So we've got 1,000 in the bank here. We've got 2 saber militia and some archers, so we could get another set of archers. What else do we want? Do we want some spearmen? Or we actually have Jian sword guards, who are a tougher sword unit, I would imagine. Didn't actually mean to click then. But they do cost a little bit more. Now, not so much more per turn, but more to actually just recruit the unit. It's either that or we go for the stronger axemen, which we already have some sword militia, so yeah, I think we do that. Probably have to get another one on the next turn. And we'll just leave him with 1 general and 6 units for now, and that should hopefully be enough to take the rest of Changsha, and then we can recruit more as and when we get a chance. Let's move him into the settlement for the replenishment. Keep moving him up to the north. So I think I'm just going to auto-resolve this. It's quite one-sided here, so the delegate button is what auto-resolve has turned into in 3 Kingdoms.
Injustice will be
So yeah, we only lost 43 men to the province, gained a little bit of money there, and a little bit of heroism as well. Perfect. We're going to occupy.
I will try to rule with honor.
Alright, so another mission has been issued. Objective is to reach the faction rank of Duke, and we get plus 2,000 to the treasury if we do it. Now, I think to do this you have to just get more prestige, and so we've got 51 out of 300 there. We need to get that up to 300 prestige, and we'll go up to the rank of the faction rank of Duke. To do that, we have to take other settlements and win battles and so on, and there's certain missions and that kind of thing that we can do. So we've got a mission aborted. Send any character on an assignment. Okay, I actually completely forgot about that one. I think we were given that at the end of last episode. Yeah, never mind. Okay. So my powers increased to second marquis. I think that's because we reached 50 renown. Or prestige, sorry. So that's why we ranked up there. We actually were just given him mission to do that as well. Strange. Plus 5 heroism, that's fine. I think maybe we've skipped some there. Supposed to send someone out on assignment first. Never mind. So the trade port itself then.
Loyalty lies with China.
What does that give us? Yeah, so that gives us commerce income, which is perfect. That's exactly what we wanted. Right, it looks like Huang Gai has leveled up, so we can choose another skill for him. I think the idea was to try and get his instinct all the way up to 200, making him, I think that makes him a legendary character or something like that. So do we have anything we can give him that's going to do that? I don't think so. Okay, I'm just going to have a quick look through the skills here, make a decision, then I'll be back with you. Alright, so I've spotted this one, which is endurance. It gives him resolve, which is close to 100 with, and it gives us a minus 50% attrition from military supply shortage. Could be good. So yeah, we'll go with that. Now, we never gave this follower to anyone. I think we were going to give him to Sun Jian on account of it giving expertise. So that's fine, that's all set up. Okay, we've taken the trade port there. Qingpu is replenishing his troops, so we'll end the turn there, I believe. Let's just have a quick look at this. Okay, that's just letting us know that Huang Gai has leveled up, increased in rank. Yeah, alright, we'll leave it there. Alright then, so a few things happened there. I did realise that after taking the trade port, our income's shot up again, so we can probably afford to recruit a few more troops here. Let's get the other axe band that we wanted. Okay, so Liu Bao himself has started marching south with some tough guys with him. This would be a nice battle to fight this episode if we can. So I think we should do that. Now these guys are going to have to move right around here to get to him. I feel like he's probably coming after me, so why not do the same? Start moving them around. Now it does put Changsha trade port at a bit of a risk. There is some Han Empire forces kind of looming about. But we do have this army here which can react if needs be. They're going to sit here and replenish for a little while anyway, so it should be fine. With them as well, once we kind of know that there's no danger up here anymore, I'll start moving them south to take the rest of Changsha. Character development here. Another person of merit, that's fine. Don't need to worry about that right now. Don't think there's much else to do this turn. These are just our missions, I believe. Yep. Not quite sure why that's remaining there if we've finished it. That might be a little bit of a bug, but that's fine. Okay, I'll end the turn anyway, and then see what Mr. Liu Biao does as well. Okay, so Yuan Shu has come to us with a diplomatic proposal. I actually totally forgot I was going to do this with him last turn, but never mind. So he wants a non-aggression pact. So we sign a pact with him, and he's actually going to pay us for it. He's going to give us almost 1,000, so I'm going to accept that. He will be a good ally to have. I'm a little bit worried that because he's offering me money to do this, he might be in a bit more trouble than I am, but we'll see. we're under no obligation to help him in any fight unless we become sort of defensive allies or whatever. So we'll accept this for now. It'll make him like us a bit more.
By wisdom.
Alright, so a bit of an event here. Mercantile Endeavors. The Sun are a family of proud merchants going back generations. Trade and hard-won wealth are in their blood, and now opportunity presents itself once more. We can focus our energies on industry and commerce, but it will take a heavy toll on the people. Is it worth it? So we can invest or do nothing. If we invest, we get commercial genius, which for 5 turns increases our income from all sources, but we also get political unrest for 5 turns, which gives us minus 15 to public order. I actually don't think that's worth it. Plus 10% is great and everything, but we don't have that many settlements at the moment, so it's not going to increase it that much, I wouldn't have thought. It would be nice if it told you kind of what your income would be if you accept it. But no, I am going to decline. I don't know what my public order's like at the moment, and I'd rather not risk a rebellion or anything like that when we're in the middle of a war already, so we'll do nothing on this one. Okay, now Liu Bao looks like he's going to go for jungling, which is fine. We can let him do that and then kind of go for him.
Moving as one. Steel for battle.
One thing I didn't realise actually is that my army's not fully replenished yet. Nor is his actually, come to think of it. And they're not going to replenish while they're in my territory, so it's actually not the end of the world.
Villainy must end.
He also has a full stack, whereas I don't, which is something else I failed to realise. My mistake there. I do have a little bit of money. I could always recruit some troops. Who would we want though? That's the thing. So we've already got quite a few axemen. We've got, I'd say, enough archers. Got a little bit of cav, some spears and some sabres, the big crossbow. I think more sabre militia are not a bad idea. All the spears are a bit cheaper. No, they're not actually. They cost exactly the same. Obviously, it's choosing whether I'm going to bring troops that are good against cavalry or not. I probably should actually. So yeah, let's go for that. We can probably afford 2 of them, and then we'll get sword militia as well. I think we have enough to do it. Now we are dropping our income quite low here, but it should be worth it, I think.
Remain firm.
If he takes jungling, then obviously they're not going to replenish because he will take this territory. We can always move him across the river here if needs be. Yeah, I think we'll just keep our finger on the pulse with that one and see what happens. That does mean that I'm not going to be recruiting any more men for this army, so let's get them moving. Actually, my border's right here. I don't want to move them here because then they'll stop replenishing. We'll let them replenish for another couple of turns then. How long is it going to take? So it's saying 3 turns until they're fully replenished. So we could potentially wait that long. Let's end the turn anyway and then react to whatever Liu Bao does. Yeah, so Liu Bao has attacked jungling. That's fine. We knew he was going to do it. I'm not going to bother fighting this one on the battlefield. It does mean though, however, he'll start replenishing troops, which is not good. Gained a little bit of heroism as well. Alright, so we lost a large town there, which we just saw. Oh no, we got a shameful defeat. Apparently gives us bonus experience. That's fine. So it's actually going to take him a little while to get there. I maybe should have moved him up this way instead. Never mind. Keep that in mind. Move them on roads. They move a lot quicker. Or even up the river would have been okay as well. Can I still do that actually? I might still be able to move them up the river. Well, I feel like it would still take 3 turns maybe. I'm not sure. No, we'll just move him overland for now. So it means my guys are not replenishing. However, I think we've still got a good enough shot at defeating those guys, if needs be. And then next turn, I think these guys should be replenished enough to go and fight. So we've got a trader who gives us +2 cunning. Unlocks an assignment. and gives us trade influence. I will give that to someone now actually and send someone on assignment for maybe a bit more income. Character developments, another person of merit, that's fine. Alright, I'm going to have a quick look through my court here, see who I want to give that follower to, and send someone out on assignment. So I'll be back with you shortly. Alright, so having had a look, I gave that follower to Lisu, so he can now go and stimulate markets, which gives us plus 75% income from commerce, silk and spice in the local commandery. So do that in Changsha, and all that commerce income will get a nice buff. So we've got 3 options then here. One is for 15 turns. Oh, sorry, no, these are these different missions here. So I'm going to do stimulate the markets. Now we can also send Lady Wu out as well, but I was thinking I might put her in one of the armies, so I won't do that just yet. So we've got someone on assignment. I think the income will jump up next turn maybe. And hopefully, within a couple more turns, these guys can fight and I can move these guys to the south. So we do have another reform. I think we'd kind of decided last time to take the regional commissioners, however that might have changed now that we've actually done most of the recruitment that we wanted. So the foreign envoys tree takes us on kind of a trade route. Can also take the Registry of Land and Population, gives us plus 15% income from peasantry. I think every settlement gets income from peasantry. I might be wrong though, but that might be one to look at. Or there's resettlement incentives, which gives us growth, and that might be a better one, so let's do that. Alright, we'll end the turn there. And yeah, a couple more turns and we should get some battles. So Zufu has declared war on the Han Empire. That's fine. Dongzhou has declared war on Zufu. I think that's because he declared war on the Han Empire. Got a noble birth. Sun Yu, I think that's a child of mine, a son. So these guys are running out of military supplies, so they really need to get into a fight as soon as possible. I'm wondering why this is red. Oh gosh, he's raised another army here now as well. Which is not good, because we're already at a bit of a numbers disadvantage. Now I wonder if it's worth kind of sending him away, at least just over to my side of the border, and defend here instead. I'm not sure. Or we just go in for the fight. I feel like we might lose if we do that. I'll decide that in a second. We don't have enough money to upgrade anything apart from the lumberyard here, which gives us a bit more income from peasantry. I don't really want to spend any money on that just yet because it's highly likely that it'll get taken soon. And the other option then is to send Chengpu to the south. Hopefully they don't have any big armies down here, but we will see. Okay, one small army hiding in this pass here. Yeah, I think we fight them. Although he gets all of the garrisons. Okay, we'll withdraw from that one. So I think that's because he's within range of the armour craftsman here. So he gets the garrison from there, and there's an army in there as well. That's frustrating. Wasn't expecting that, but let's try and draw them out then, if that's the case. Fight them one at a time if possible. Alright then, we need to make a decision with Sun Jian's army. I think we need to fight him, to be honest. I think that's what we have to do, so let's just keep moving him up. The garrison will be pretty battered, I would imagine. You know what, not actually that much. Okay, this might be a bad idea. I mean, I can still move him to the north here and go after Saimao as well. As long as he doesn't come out. In fact, I'd rather he came out and fought me because it takes away the garrison. But that's fine, we'll end the go and see what he does. Alright then guys, so that's exactly what he did. Now it's a pretty even even fight, probably tipped in his favour ever so slightly. So we will fight this one on the battlefield, and let's see how that goes. So I'll see you there. Right then, guys, so we're defending on this one. We've got a nice bit of flat land here, which maybe we can kind of draw them into some sort of fight. Let's have a look. Might be worth maybe setting the men up here in this corner. Potentially use these trees to our left here to hide some troops, maybe. Get some flanking manoeuvres and so on. Or the alternative is to use these trees here to hide troops. So we could kind of set the men up along here. Hide some troops in the forest over here who can, maybe the cavalry or something, who can then charge them in the back, but we'll see. I'll set the troops up and then be back with you in a second. Alright guys, so the way I've set the troops up, I've got the artillery here at the back. Going to probably focus down maybe their cav, maybe their archers, I'm not sure, we'll decide when it kind of comes to it and see what's coming at us. I've kept my spearmen at the back here, or halberdiers should I say. They're good against mounted troops, so I want to kind of use them to react. In fact, actually it might be worth keeping them at the back here. Depending on where their cavalry decide to show up on the left or on the right, then I can move the spearmen into place. I've also put my mercenary infantry in shield wall on the flanks, just in case the cavalry do get to them before my spearmen do. They're kind of a little bit protected at least from the initial charge. They are generally weak against cavalry though, so we'll see how that one goes. And then I've also put my cavalry and Huangai in the woods over here. So hopefully their men will come straight at me from here, won't notice these guys, and I can maybe send these troops after their skirmishes, but we'll see. Now I'm going to start the battle, and I'll fast forward it until their men get into range, and then I'll be back with you. Alright guys, so they're almost in range now. What I did notice is that the cavalry seem to be on the left hand side, so I've moved my spears over to the left to counteract them. The cavalry, so they can move pretty quick, they may bring them round to the right. If they do, I'll have to move the troops over there as fast as possible. I do want to keep these guys together though, because they're pretty weak units, and I don't want to get them kind of caught out on their own. I'd rather keep them in twos. So even if it means we take an initial charge here on the right flank and then have to move them across, so be it. We'll have to just do that. Now, with this crossbows, they're just about in range now. I think what I'm going to do is, because they do have quite a lot of cav. Alright, they've started shooting here at these archers. I'm going to shoot the cav, I think. If we can kind of nullify their cavalry, we might beat them with a shot. We are at the numbers disadvantage in this one.
You cannot survive.
I'm going to leave my cavalry hidden until their skirmishers are kind of out on their own at the back. Hopefully that will keep me... Okay, they're not shooting at who I told them to. It's probably because they can't see the cavalry anymore. There's medium spear infantry here as well, who might be worth shooting at. There's too many units to choose from. Alright, they do some good damage actually, those crossbows. It might be worth starting to shoot them at the cav. The cav are a lot more spread out, but even still.
Not reckless. Worry more about yourself.
Okay, now that the cav are going to move out of the range, let one more volley fire off. Actually, no, they can turn, so that's fine. Our archers can shoot at theirs, which they are doing. That's fine. Yeah, see, they're trying to flank us, come from behind. Need to make sure my anti-cav units are prepared for this. I think a lot of this battle's going to hinge on it, so let's see. Let them waste their arrows at my troops there, who are in shield wall. That's perfect. Now we're going to start these crossbows shooting elsewhere. Oh god, they absolutely wrecked my shield wall then. We are doing good work against the cav here though. Yep, they're running. My troops are as well though. They did not last long at all. Ah, they're managing to get troops around me as well. Let's actually send Sun Jian that way to deal with that. Now's going to be the time to bring my cav in. Probably should have done it a bit sooner, but we'll send them off to deal with those guys. Spearmen are there, they can deal with that.
Our men flee the battlefield.
Let's have these crossbows just shoot at whoever really, although they're about to get attacked. Lu Fan can go deal with that.
The time has come. Charge!
My cavalry are nearly there, that's good.
Cavalrymen, prepare!
That's good, just want them to kind of run through these archers as fast as possible just to disrupt them so we're not being shot at.
Ready!
Lu Fan managed to chase him away, which is good.
Raven!
Don't really know who to shoot at with these guys now. Can go for those. Okay, all of their skirmishers are running. So let's send my cav back down now to help out on the right hand flank, and then we'll move them over to the left afterwards. I'm actually going to shoot these guys here because there's only my very weak units there. Sun Jian's nearly dead. That's not good. I'm going to move him back actually. These archers as well, let's have them shooting.
Ready! Stand ready!
Kind of want to keep Sun Jian out of the fight now.
What
Cavalry can come back and get another charge in on the back. Looks like their skirmishers are coming back, but that's okay.
Double time!
They're pretty weak now.
March at the double! Strike!
Just keep charging into the back of them, that's going to do me all of the favours. Not too keen on how my troops are running away at the moment, but let's have them all pile in on single units. One thing it might be worth doing with Sun Jian is just chasing off these last units of skirmishers.
Look! The enemy run!
Good, enemies running.
Steel yourself!
My cav and Huang Gai are there. Okay, let's accept this one. Let's go for it.
General is engaged in a duel!
Come on, you can do it, Huang Gai. We need you to do it. No, I'm going to definitely decline that with Sun Jian because he is almost dead. He just needs to chase off these last remaining skirmishers. Lu Fan started running away.
Run! Run! Attack
Let's bring him back though.
at the ready!
See what he can do, if anything.
How many have you killed? Not enough, I think. Very funny. Perhaps focus
So they've got
on battle.
4 generals with them in this fight, which kind of helps them out quite a lot actually. Let's just focus down their generals now. Sun Jian can come after these last few archers.
Archers attend!
I think we might have it. Let's hope so. Strategist is nearly running already. He's nearly dead in fact, which is perfect. There's a fairly strong unit here which we're going to have to deal with. Lu Fan is fighting this guy Lu Qi. Hopefully we can win that one. And then I think we've got it in the bag.
Enemy warriors are running. Ha! At the ready.
Alright. That was very costly. We've lost most of our troops, but worth it considering that they had a stronger force, and we can probably match in and take the settlement back as well. It's going to mean a lot of replenishment for my troops though, and I've probably lost a few outright, so I'll have to do some recruitment. So in the long run maybe not worth it, but we'll see. We'll see. It's just a bit of a waiting game now. We've got one duel going on over here.
Run! Ha! Craven!
Lu Bao's running. I think everyone is running now. Yep, they are, so we're just waiting for this duel to finish. Alright, perfect. So I think we'll send some of these guys out to try and kill some guys so they don't come back to haunt me later on. Lu Fan is exhausted, but he's trying to kill this general here, which he might actually be able to do.
Success looms large.
And I guess then we're just waiting on this duel now, so let's watch. Looks like we're going to win. Nearly. It's cool that everyone kind of stands around cheering while they fight. Nice.
The enemy general is fallen. They were no match.
Oh, he just got health from nowhere. How the hell did you do that? That must have been some sort of buff, which isn't good because he might beat us now. I mean, if he wins, we've got troops on standby. That's going to be very close.
Cavalry attend!
Okay, I think while we wait for this duel, I'll just fast forward it. We might actually lose this one, but if we do, then we've got all the men to send in.
I cannot beat their strength. Perhaps retreat?
I'm actually going to make him run away because I don't want him to die. So, while he's been defeated, and that's a shame, these guys will all kill him now, I would imagine. There we go, he's running. So I'll spend a bit of time chasing down what men I can, although it looks like they've all got away. I definitely want to try kill this guy though. So I'll try to do that. There we go, he's dead. That's it, we'll claim the victory there. Alright, we've got a nice chunk of change for that. Good amount of heroism as well. Looks like we did lose those 3 units that we just recruited, so maybe we've wasted a little bit of money there, but they did actually come in handy in the battle. They held their cavalry in place, kind of while the other troops made it round. Now, while it's very tempting to take the money, I am actually going to take the replenishment. 12% is nothing to scoff at, and we need it desperately. There's probably going to be some more battles to fight, so... So, send him running. Alright, so he's gone and set himself back in Jiangling. Okay, we've been attacked again by the Han Empire. This is Cheng Pu's army. Don't really want to fight this. I feel like I'm going to have to... At some point, we are only just outnumbered, so there's like 3 units more than us. But it's enough to make a bit of difference. We'll retreat and see what they do. I would imagine they will chase us. Oh no, they've gone away. So, a new event here. Tiger. A tiger prowling in the camp panics the guards. The screams awake your general, who leaps from their tent, half-dressed, and wrestles the beast to the ground until it is properly subdued. Moments later, another tiger's roar is heard, but it turns out to be the contented snores of your general coming from his tent. Brilliant. So, inspiring presence that gives us plus 15 morale to Sun Jian's army. That's perfect. He is the Tiger of Jiangdong, so that's what you can do, wrestle tigers. So with this force here now, they're not anywhere near fully replenished, but I would imagine their troops are, worse, if anything. So this is probably going to be a good time for me to move in and attack, but I'll likely do that on the next turn. And what I did notice when the Han Empire here attacked me and I retreated, and they didn't attack me again. What they've done is they've actually split their forces up, which is exactly what I wanted them to do. This is basically an even battle between... I mean, he does have cavalry, which probably... I don't have any spears. So that definitely leaves me a bit of a disadvantage, although I've got my general who's on a horse, I would imagine. I can definitely put him on one if he's not, and maybe he can tie up the cavalry. But anyway, that's a decision for when I actually fight this battle, which I think I am going to do in the next episode. So yeah, I'm actually going to leave it there for this episode. So if you like what you saw, please leave a like. Thank you very much for watching, by the way, if you made it this far. If you've got any tips or anything like that for me, leave them in the comments and I will definitely make sure to respond. And if you like this content, you want to see more of it, you want to be notified whenever a new episode comes out, which is going to be twice a week, as I mentioned in the first episode, make sure you hit subscribe. Alright, see you in the next one.